Hey there guys, this is Ignite the Fire and welcome to the finale of Skylanders Adventure for the Nintendo Wii. Right when I press A here, we're going to head straight into the final boss fight here. So without further ado, we're going to get straight into it because it's officially awesome. What a series this has been. I've had so much fun playing it and I am so glad that you guys have enjoyed watching it just as much as I've enjoyed recording it for you guys. So yes, the finale is finally here, and I cannot believe it. This Let's Play has gone so fast for me, I can't believe it. But either way, as for what Ian said right there, he just said that all of Skylanders have their max health back, so that's what was important about it really, so that's why I talked over it, because it's not that much important stuff that I can have played myself. We don't need Ian for that kind of stuff. That's not very nice. Okay, let's take this guy out. Yeah, as for the first time I played this boss fight, it was so difficult for me. I had 5 Skylanders and I could not do it. But fortunately, I was able to do it just fine after I gained more characters. So basically, after my parents got and bought me 4...
I have to laugh. I have to! Because even though you somehow managed to not get squashed, you now face the most hideous and powerful of all my minions!
Either way, as I was saying, originally I had a very limited palette of only 5 characters, and they were Boomer, Ghost Roaster, Spyro, Trick Happy, and Gilgrunt. And so I could not defeat Kaos with just those 5 characters. But when my parents bought me Dynarang...
The same minion who destroyed the core of the light, and will do so again. Meet the beast that sent Eon to his well-deserved bodiless oblivion!
That is also not very nice.
My Hydra!
But that is awesome. But either way, as I was saying, then when my parents bought me Dynarang and the triple back containing Bash, Chop Chop and Eruptor, I think it was, that's when I was able to defeat this boss fight. And actually, the character to land the final hit for Kaos for me the first time round was actually Bash. And so that's what I'm going to try and do in this boss fight again. I'm going to try and reenact that, so Bash is going to be the one to hit Kaos with that one last hit. We need to defeat him. But I remember one time when I had my limited palette of just 5 characters, Boomer, there was literally like, Kaos had like 1 millimeter literally of his health bar left, and Boom was so close to defeating him, but unfortunately Boom was defeated at the last second. That one last attack would have hit him, but because of course Boom was defeated, it did not count, and I was so heartbroken on that day.
It seems you are more skillful than Eon after all. Perhaps there is something special inside you.
Oh, thanks for that, Kaos.
I think I'll just have my brawlers bash it out of you, so I can get a better look at it.
Of course, Kaos being nice could not last very long. Either way, as I was saying, it don't really matter. It didn't take me that long to defeat Kaos. What matters is that I did actually defeat him in the end. Either way, Stump Smash is very much defeated right there, and Igniter is absolutely owning this boss fight right now. It's not actually as difficult as I remember it, I do have to admit, because when I played through it off the camera... Okay, that was a very weird glitch there. I played with Flameslinger alone, and he absolutely annihilated the boss fight because he's such a great character and all that. Or maybe it's just a boss fight as hard as I remembered it to be, but either way, I still managed to do it with Flameslinger alone, and that was awesome. Best way to heal up your characters here is to wait for the water to come up, or to defeat the little Kaos minions here as fast as possible. But just so you know, this boss fight is actually very doable with your starter pack characters if you are good enough at the game.
Actually, no. Even higher. Up to here! Besides, I have 3 more minions
was the hardest boss fight until Kaos from Skylanders Trap Team came along on Nightmare Mode. That is, of course, the hardest boss fight, as one would guess, but this one was harder than that at the time. Like, this boss fight, I think, is even harder than Kaos and Swap Force on Nightmare Mode, because Kaos and Swap Force was an absolute joke in Nightmare Mode, which is a huge shame. That's one of the reasons why Swap Force is my least favourite game, besides Superchargers. I do think it's better than Superchargers. Everyone knows that Superchargers is the worst Skylanders game for obvious reasons. Vehicles, being boring, being point A to point B. But yeah, you catch my drift, right, guys? But despite the fact that Superchargers is the worst game in the franchise, even that one is good, and that just shows how good the franchise is. But the thing with Superchargers is that if it didn't have like those stupid vehicle sections, or if the vehicle sections were skippable when you play through the game, then that would make the boss fight so much more better.
Minions! What is wrong with all of you? All you have to do is defeat one measly apprentice. Never mind. I have 3 minions more. That should do the trick.
Okay, because I am trying my hardest not to lose any Skylanders right here, I'm going to swap to the character from last episode, Dark Spyro, because Spyro deserves a shot at the final Chaos boss fight, because like I've said so many times in this playthrough, it's flippin' Spyro. Okay, we're going to take Super at a better angle here, so that then we can defeat him, and of course gain the health benefits from that, because the health is convenient. Okay, we've got to watch out for Chop Chop there, because he is extremely powerful when it comes to fighting up close. Okay, so now we have the Undead spell to worry about, which is the hardest spell to avoid. Especially this one in specific, because I mean, like, look at it, it's so difficult. Oh my god, that's bad. I might actually lose a character right here. Oh, that could have gone better. Oh, that was bad. Okay. Okay, it's time to swap out my character right here. I think Spyro didn't die, I sure hope he didn't. But either way, who am I going to swap to, you might ask? Let's take Trick Happy for a spin, or to be exact, Mr. Legendary Trick Happy. The best characters for this boss fight here is definitely Flameslinger and Trick Happy due to the life spells and Trick Happy having that machine gun.
How is it possible that all of the lame evil minions work for me? Oh!
I actually watched a run of this boss fight on YouTube, and he used only Flameslinger and Trick Happy, and he absolutely aced his boss fights. That's why I said that combo is a good combo for this one.
They will spell your final defeat.
Okay, your minions might be fast shooting, but so is Trick Happy right here. Okay, let's deal with these guys right here. We're just gonna shoot everywhere because that's the whole idea of Trick Happy. Okay, Gilbert is already taken out. As you can see, he required no effort whatsoever. So I'm gonna save that food for later just in case I actually need it. Oh man, unfortunately I missed with that shot right there. But there's Hex taken out as well. Trick Happy's absolutely owning this right now. Oh man, I almost got Flameslinger as well. I forgot his name for a moment, man. Sumi. No, literally Sumi, man. How dare I forget his name? Either way, as you can see, Trick Happy's infinite machine gun here really does help with taking out Chaos' health right here. It really cuts into his health meter.
I don't understand it. Don't you know who I am?
You're Chaos.
It's a bad idea to mess with Chaos. All I need.
Oh, sorry, you're Chaos.
That and my super strong, ultra-destructible, powerful mechanical suit, that is.
Oh, I hate this part. He kills himself. The first time I played this boss fight, I was like, oh man, that's so unfair. And that's because it is. Okay, now we have the Undead spell course. So all we want to do is get into the middle of the circle there. And we we should be just fine. Okay, so now we got like this life spell coming up, so the best thing to do here is swap to Flameslinger and do his little fire circle, because that will defeat all of the like little slugs in the vicinity of him. And not to mention he's also fast, so he'll also be able to dodge these like little doom shots right here much more easier. And his volley shot is also extremely helpful because of how wide it shots, because of how much of an area it covers. You know, the natural wide shot of the volley shot. Wide shot of the volley shot, that's funny right there. Little Kaos reference in case you didn't get that, but I actually quite like the Kaos movies. I mean, 2 deserves the hate that it gets because of recently grown out that maybe a lot, but 1 doesn't deserve as much hate as it gets, definitely not. 1 is awesome. I'm hoping that 3 can be as awesome as 1, so yeah, we'll see. Oh dang, okay. That hurt a lot. So yeah, that could have gone better, but hey, what's done is done. Okay, so now we got the one happening right here. So all we need to do is get to the middle of the circle and use Flameslinger's little volley shot here to our advantage, obviously. Because as you can tell, it's absolutely annihilating at his health right here. In fact, I don't think he's actually going to require many more hits. Okay, there we go. I'm actually going to swap to Bash right now, because like I said, I want to make sure that this guy is one who lands a final hit to kind of like mirror my first ever boss fight with this guy, because like I said, this guy is me want to hit the fight to get the final hit with Chaos right now. And if that's 1 charge on his tail swipe, absolutely annihilated the last part of Chaos itself right now, because when you charge up Bash's tail swipe, it deals stupid damage.
In fact, I think you think that I can outwit. I assure you I can. There will come another day. Oh, not now, maybe, but soon. And we will meet again. And on that day, I, Kaos, will introduce you to your sweet oblivion! Hear my giant flooding head. Fools! Release me at once or face your unimaginable doom! Do you really think this cheap magic trick can hold me? Chaos? Ow! Hey!
Hey! Oh, you're dead small fry. We've heard enough out of you.
Finally, something we agree on. You know, you're okay when you're not putting your foot in your mouth.
Back at you.
Okay, seriously, I'm gonna barf now. Yawn? I know you're here somewhere. You and your apprentice portal master. Go ahead! Send me back to the Outlands. It won't do any good. I'll just keep coming back again and again and again until Skyland is mine!
Actually, Chaos, you're not going to the Outlands this time.
What?
I have something more fitting in mind for you. Hugo, would you please?
Oh, thank you, Master Eon. You're gonna love this. We made a few upgrades. Okay, look. Let me go and we'll split this place. 70-30. What do you say? No, okay. How about 60-40?
your Skylanders is only just beginning.
Okay, so of course we have the credits right here to
That's right.
reward our awesomeness for completing the game. And we also have a nice little comedy piece from Flynn here, so I'm going to let you guys listen to that, and then I'm going to get into my thoughts about the game here.
Well now, looks like you did it. You beat the game. The whole enchilada. The complete shebang. Entire ball of wax. Make no mistake, wax can be tricky stuff. I should know. To beat a whole ball of it into complete and total submission. Well, wowzers. I gotta tell ya, I am really impressed. Mostly with how I did, of course. I mean, you don't get to be a living legend like me without doing at least as well as I just did. Oh, and yeah, you did okay too. Thanks for the assist. From one hero to another. Boom! You know, I think the secret to my awesomeness comes down to three important things. You can take notes if you like. Limitless skill, boundless courage, breathtaking good looks, and of course, my ability to count. I know, you're probably saying to yourself, hey, how come I didn't spend more time with Flynn? Yeah, I say that a lot too. Well, don't you worry, this ain't over. Plain truth of it is, you can keep playing. Oh, sure, we saved Skylands. You and me. But don't let that stop you. Go on and find every secret. Get every upgrade. Beat all of Callie's heroic challenges. And mostly, come and hang out with me some more. Listen, you only go through life one time. And you gotta lock onto its horns with all you've got and ride it out. No matter how wild it gets. That's right. And when you're out there, hanging on to that giant blue ball of life with nothing to keep you going but the burning memories of our awesome heroic adventures together. I know exactly what you'll be saying. Thank you, Flynn. And I say, you are welcome. You know, these credits might have been a whole lot shorter if they just thanked me and got it over with. I mean, I guess they just want to show you who worked on this game. I don't know. The whole thing seems kind of egotistical. I mean, you don't see me walking around bragging about all the great things I've done. Believe you me, did a lot of them. In fact, if you think about it, we're the ones who actually just did all the work. I mean, saving Skylands and all. They really should have just had a big old picture of us up here. And then we could all go home. I know a lot of ladies out there would certainly appreciate it. A picture of me. Okay, so what we're doing now is something called breaking the fourth wall. And since I'm acknowledging that fact, does this mean that I am now breaking the fifth wall? I don't know. What I do know is that all this wall breaking is making me hungry. Maybe it was just me saying enchiladas earlier, but I could sure go for a plate of those right now. Tell you what, after our enchiladas, maybe you should bring a few new Skylanders back into the game and see what you can do with them. Okay, enchiladas it is. Your treat. And, take your time. Don't worry, these credits will be going on for a while. I'll be here. Maybe I'll bring the salsa for a little cha-cha-cha. And then we'll have cake. Oh!
Okay, is he done? I don't want to talk over him. But either way, yes, he is done right here. And so the credits is of course the perfect time for me to talk and give you my full opinions on this game. And also talk about upcoming uploads and my channel and all that fun stuff. But either way, I have one interesting question for you guys. So how come Kaos ended up landing in South Africa? So, for the most part, the countries of that continent are LIC countries, so that means low-income countries, which begs the question, how come when Kaos awoke the Skylanders giants, it was off a extremely high-budget toy store, which had all of its currency labels and all of its writing in English? I'm just wondering here, okay? So, did Kaos end up crash landing in the one country in South Africa that was a hick country, that spoke English and had currency similar to English? Yeah, I don't think it was. So, that's Skylanders Sims 101 for you. But, either way, as I previously said, that boss fight was, of course, awesome. And, really, I should be talking about the game, but really I'm not too good with on-the-spot reviews, if you guys know what I mean. But, either way, these credits, Skylanders is famous for having their credits run on for, like, 20 years, so just wait 20 years, guys, and this video will finally be over here. But either way, even after the credits are done, we have, like, one final cutscene to worry about. And then we're also going to do some extra stuff around the Academy, the Ruins, which I'm sure will be awesome. What I really want in the future installments is for the Ruins to return, but with extra areas, or even better. So I've hinted towards me making a big video about, like, the map of Skylands. And so if Activision was to, like, watch that video somehow and think my, like, map as the hub world, that would be awesome. I highly doubt that would happen, but it would still be awesome nonetheless. But it's going to take me a while to make that video because, first of all, I've got to draw the map, I've got to think it up, and so it's going to take me a few weeks to do that, and then it's also going to take me a while to make a video on top of that. And not to mention, I also have mocks as well, and so I need to study hard for those. And of course do those, which means that video is not coming out for at least a month, but it does at least give you something to look forward to. So it'll probably be out about the time when I finish the Giants Let's Play. Either way, as for the game at last, the music is top notch. It's got a lot of original tracks, which are of course extremely awesome. These tracks are carried out throughout the games, and several of them are remixed and stuff. Of course, all the games have their original music, but for the most part, it's music from this game which they use, because the music from this game is incredibly original and incredibly awesome. And the music also really helps with the mood, as I said in chapter 19, which was Lava Lake's Railway. I said that the music in the puzzle section really helped to compensate for the mood of the atmosphere of the puzzle they was doing. And so the way how they captured the music and how it, like, really helped to compare with the mood really did make for a great atmosphere. So that's one thing I am fairly good at analysing, its music, and whether it creates a good mood and whether it, like, mimics that of what the players should be doing. Because I'm fairly good at music, despite the fact that I am not a music student, because what I picked for my GCSEs was none other than computing, graphics and geography. Now, I picked computing because I want some sort of career in computers when I grow older. Or if it's not computers, then something that uses computers at the very least, because everything is computer these days. So if you don't know how to use a computer, you're not going to get a very good job, because, like I said, everything is computers. And then I chose graphics because my other choices was either history, French, textiles, or art, and I didn't want to do any of those, so I ended up picking graphics. Unfortunately for me, graphics is actually really, really good. I really enjoy graphics, and I'm actually really good at it. I just finished my coursework, which is awesome. And at my coursework, my teacher said I might be at 100%, but that depends on what the exam board thinks of it as well. So who knows, maybe I'm at 100%, fingers crossed I am, because that would be awesome nonetheless. And finally, for geography, I'm also extremely good at that. I regularly get grades of 8 on my practice paper, so hopefully I can continue that on the actual GCSEs when I come around to doing those. And actually, when it comes around to do my actual GCSEs, I'll have to do a lot more revision for that, which means that around that time you will see very little videos. The only reason why I have so many videos up right now when I should be revising more is because, you know, I want to get this Let's Play out and all that, but after this Let's Play is done, you're only going to get the next Let's Play for Skylanders Giants and a few videos here and there, and that's going to be it for the next 2 weeks, because, like I said, these mocks and all that, because if I fail on my mocks, then I get put to the lower tier paper, and that means that I can't achieve high grades, and I definitely don't want that. But either way, back to the game. I blabbered on a bit too much about school here, but as for the gameplay is extremely good. So, like I said, the level design really does help with the gameplay elements that they either added in or took out. So they did take out jumping in this game, but that is no big loss because they actually used that to their advantage in the level design. especially in areas such as Lava Lakes Railway, which not having the jump-in mechanic made for more interesting puzzles and all of that stuff. And so despite the fact they didn't have jump-in, they still made great level design about it, and so it makes all the levels feel extremely unique, extremely original, and so much fun to play through again and again. Honestly, I have so much with this game. I've played it billions of times, and looking at this game from a critical standpoint, it has a lot of depth to it because of the collectibles, the heroic challenges, which make for a great post-game, and also, like I said, the music is great, which is another good thing to be thankful of, and like I said, the variation in the gameplay, and the gameplay elements which help complement the level design and all of that fun stuff, so it makes for a great game, which critics would most certainly agree with for the most part. Now, it can be fairly mediocre because it doesn't get highly challenging at points, of course. And the combat, while it is in depth because of the upgrade system, and also incredibly smooth, there is, of course, improvements to be made, which are made in later installments of the franchise. And overall, the game can be fairly boring at points, but that's made up for with very, very funny. Very funny cutscenes that are awesome to watch, and overall just a great game, as I've said, from a critical standpoint, and from a standpoint that is close to my heart. Is extremely awesome because, like I said, because of my childhood nostalgia for this game, because I literally grew up with this from the age of 10, so it definitely deserves that title of awesome, and it's also one of the best installments from the franchise by a long shot. And there's just so much to do in it, especially when it comes to the PvP as well. That's another great post-game thing you can do, and the PvP is the best part of this game, especially if you have some friends just to knock about with.
You've done it! You've actually done it! I knew you could!
Wowzers, this might even make you almost as popular as me. Almost.
So much fun, extremely. You are a happy dancer. But can you make more happy? Do all Skylanders play with the highest upgrades? I can play this with you. Yep, I gotta admit it. You're pretty good. But are you good enough to beat all of my heroic challenges? When you feel up to it, come and see me. Then maybe we'll both find out.
Okay, so enough on a critical standpoint right there. I have some extra things that I want to do in the hub world right here, such as finishing off this elemental block here. We have all 8 elements on here, so it's about time that we used all 8 elements to destroy the final block right here. So as for our first element, we had undead, so for that we're going to use Series 3 Cinder. That is if I can not bounce for all about walls around. And for air, we're going to use Sonic Boom. Then for life, we're going to use Stealth Elf.
No, you don't.
Next up, we have Earth, which is going to be for Dynarang.
Bully gang!
If he wants to destroy it, that is. But either way, next up we got Water, which is going to be dedicated to Gilbert himself. Next up is Tech, so for that we're going to use Legendary Trigger Happy. Now, okay, as you can see, fire is the last block, but if you're thinking, oh, I don't want to give a gold to any of my fire Skylanders, there is a simple solution. There are characters that can shoot at blocks higher than the bottom one, so all you need to do is pick one of those characters, such as Flameslinger, but Ignitor and Robotor both work for this function as well, and you simply just use an attack that hits the higher block, so then you can leave the lower block for an elemental character that you want to receive gold, and in this case it is Dark Spyro. But this isn't the only good way to get gold at the end of the game, so I'm going to show you another good way to get a lot of gold very quickly, and it's down on the beach. Either way, as you can see, I got a lot of gold from that. I got approximately 4,000 gold, so that's a nice big sum right there. Either way, if we head over to the beach here, we have a nice little surprise from yours truly, Auric, which we will see in a moment. And we just got to do a bit more flying. So of course, to reach him, you do need to be a flying character or of the water element, because he's standing on a ledge right here. He's basically supposed to be a reference to Moneybags from the old Spyro trilogy on the PS1.
Trail of money. Always a fine way to invite guests over.
The only difference is that he doesn't rob you, but either way, as you can see, that's a whole ton of money. That gave us another 3,000 for Dark Spyro right here. So now we're going to head up through the train tracks way. So this is kind of like a mini tour of the ruins, because at the bottom there we had the docks, then the beach, and now we're heading into the tracks right here. And outside of the track area, we have, of course, the main part of the ruins and the core light. So the last thing I want to do here is the fact that Flynn offers a nice little tour of the ruins from his balloon. So I'm going to show you guys that, because why the hell not?
You know, I really don't say this about people. Well, other than myself, of course, but you really are kind of amazing. Boom to you, my friend. You want to take a balloon ride with Skylanders' greatest pilot? Of course, that'd be me.
So yeah, let's get right into this tour right here. Kaos. Flynn comments on anything you see. So that's like cool.
There's your core of light. Everybody makes such a big deal out of it. Not like I'm jealous.
Yeah, sure, you're not jealous.
No, that's what I call a beanstalk. It's amazing, almost worthy of, well, of me.
Yeah, I love the comments he makes. They are extremely humorous. Like I said, the cutscenes are awesome like that.
Boats. Airships are the only way to go, my friend.
You know what? An airship is a boat that just happens to fly, dude. Not to mention that was an airship because it can fly. So yeah.
Now, if you ask me, that Kaos guy could use a major smackdown. A 1, a 2, and boom.
Yeah, sure, Flynn. You wouldn't last 2 minutes against Kaos, but even though an ultimate fight between Kaos and Flynn would actually be incredibly awesome, I would pay to see that.
A few coins to see if I can hit any sheep. Kind of funny, really.
So yeah, the ruins looks nice and beautiful. As you can see, there's the giant chain over there at the end.
Without it, this island would float to another... I don't know. Let's get back to talking about me.
Oh, I love the voice acting in this game. It's so well done. It's very well timed in terms of when they actually say stuff.
But I think we missed a few things. Let me know if you want another go.
And it also feels extremely realistic. It feels like what these characters would actually say and how they would say it. But either way, we got one last area for the tour right here, and this is Persephone's little corner here, which you can upgrade your Skylanders for. But Dark Spyro here has already collected all of the upgrades along the path he chose. So that's it for the finale, guys. So I want to thank you guys a ton for watching. It means an awesome lot to me. So thank you all who support my videos, who watch my videos. It's highly appreciated, and everyone who does that is extremely awesome. But either way, this is my last hurrah. All good things must come to an end. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next Let's Play, guys. Peace.